Hello, everybody. Welcome to Boxes with Brenda, another episode of me making boxes, custom sized to hold different things. The ones that we are making today are custom sized to hold mini slimline cards. And I made a similar video to this recently. It was box number 326, and it was made from an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, but I'm showing you the size of box that you can make from a 12 by 12, which actually you make it from a little bit of a smaller piece of paper. I'll just show you the dimensions right here before we get going into how to put this together. So these, as I said, are sized to hold mini slimline cards, and here's an example of a mini slimline card. The cards themselves are sized at 3.5 by 6, and you can either put those into a custom-made envelope like this, which is sized at 3 3/4 by 6 1/4, or you can buy this size of envelope number 8, which are sized at 3 5/8 by 6 1/2, and they are a little bit bigger. So I've designed this box so that it will hold either one of these envelopes with this size of card inside it. As I say, this one that we're working on today is made from a 12 by 12 piece of paper cut down a little bit, so it is a little bit bigger than this one here that's made from an 8.5 by 11, because we have a little bit more length, so we can get a bit of a deeper box. The box is sized at 4 by 6 3/4 by 1 1/4 inch deep, and these are the sizes of paper that you have. I'm not going to go into all of the details of how you do the scoring and everything, but you can find the instructions for this for download over at the Creative Treats Community Facebook group. So you can head on over there to find that. And what I'm going to show you now is how we put this together, and then I'm going to cut one here to show you how to cut, because in my card kits that I give, I will often give people a sample like this so they see how to make it, and then you can do a cutting from here. So in fact, I'll just explain to you, this is the shape that we're looking for when we cut this, and we are going to follow these instructions over here. So anything that is white that says remove, you're going to remove, and then anything that says taper, you're going to taper, and then the edges that are not showing taper, you keep straight, okay? Because they form the outside of the box. Alrighty. What was I going to say next? All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how we're going to be cutting this, okay? And I'm going to do it with a pencil to show you the lines that I'm going to be cutting on. What we want to do is we're going to cut down here straight, because we want this piece here to be straight, okay? We need this thing here to be straight. So once we've cut that straight, what we can do then is we can start tapering. We can taper off this and this like this, and then we're going to taper this here, and we're going to taper that one there, and we're going to taper this one here, okay? And that's going to allow us to cut this, and we're going to get rid of that. So again, we have a straight line here. We're going to taper just because this is a double-walled box. This folds over like this, okay? And then this is going to go together like this. So it's a double-walled box, okay? So that's why we have the tabs here, are these things here that are going inside, okay? And we are going to be cutting here. Oops, sorry. This is going to be a tapered cut, and this is going to be a tapered cut here like this, and then that's going to be a tapered cut here, and we're going to get rid of this. And then this can also be tapered a little bit after we've cut it straight. Okay, so it's straight because we want this piece here to be straight. Then we can taper here, we can taper here, we taper here like this, and we taper there like that. Okay, straight for this edge of the box, taper so it tucks in well, taper this so that tab tucks in well, taper the other half of the tab, and that. So that is how we are going to be cutting. So I hope that this instructions is helpful for everyone. It's actually not that easy now to see the score lines, but I'm going to go ahead and do that. So that was a straight, and then I taper this, and I taper this. And the reason, you don't actually have to taper these, but I find it a lot easier to get everything fitting in if you do it on a slight angle, okay? Then when I come here, I actually do, because I just work my way all the way around. So again, this here, I can't quite see. I'm just going to turn it over to see the score line a little bit better. I'm cutting that straight, tapering this, and just tapering the bit there. Then, okay, I've got both of those done. Okay, so I'm cutting here straight, taper just the half of it, taper this in, taper that in like that, taper this like this, cut this straight. It's a bit hard to see the score line, so I'll do it from here. So we're cutting it straight, taper just this bit, taper that, there, taper this bit like this, and like that. So I'm hoping this is going to be a little bit better. I tried to make these boxes and to show people how to cut them in an online class, and it was a little bit confusing, so they suggested that I try with a pencil, so I'm hoping that that helps. Now, when you put the tape on, what you need to do is you need, as I say, it's a double-walled box, so these are all going to fold over. So that's why you need a piece of tape all the way around the outside. But these two little tabs here, you see those? They need to hold on to something while we're assembling it. So that's why there's this extra strip of paper right here. Okay, so we're going to put in that strip of paper right there. Put one along the edge. We're going to put this one along the edge right here. We're going to put one in the middle to hold these tabs in place, and we're going to put that there. So that is how, if you're starting from scratch, you would be cutting down your paper, okay? And the scoring is there. I had scored each of these at 1 1/4, and then 2 1/2, and then I turned it 1 1/4, 2 1/2, 1 1/4, 2 1/2, and one more 1 1/4, 2 1/2. Okay, and now I'm just going to quickly put it together. So what we do is we peel up this paper, protective paper off the two-sided tape, and put that down there. And we peel this one up here, put that down there, and then I peel up the two of these, and we want to make it square as possible. So I usually pick it up like this, and then put that there, and then I can take my middle finger here, and I just push this tab into place against that second line of tape. And then I do the same thing on this side, and I can fold that over, and then I come around here, and I peel up these two sides of paper here. There we go. And that, I can't remember if it's the top or the bottom. Usually I mark one or the other, but that, I'm not going to put the other one together, but that is how it is going to go together from this particular shape. And you'll see that it'll show up a little bit more, but that is a fold line there, and there's a fold line there. So you can see that is a little bit more how it makes the double walled. But I'm going to end the video there right now, and I thank you ever so much for joining me, for taking the time to stick right through to the end. If you do have any questions, do feel free to reach out to me. I'd be more than happy to get together with you over Zoom to explain to you how to make these boxes. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.